Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your reading for the week of June 19th to the 25th, 2023. First, you have the fire ant spirit coming out to represent as your guide this week. And the fire ant is a wonderful creature that really talks about working hard to achieving that which you set out to do. I'm seeing here, for some reason, I'm seeing studying really hard for a lot of you. I am seeing working really hard towards a goal, a dream, a wish. It seems to be like a busy bee type of energy. Ants, they go out and they work. That's what they do. They work really hard. So if you're working a job, I can see you doing like max hours that you could work this week, or doing max hours at the gym. Like if you have a routine and you know what a good day looks like for that routine, it seems like every day is a good day of like productivity. So it just feels like you're working extremely hard, being really productive, and just trying to set yourself up for the maximum amount of success. To be honest, I feel like if you maintained this forever, you would burn yourself out. I'm not saying you're going to burn out. I'm just saying this week is a much more productive one than usual, and you're working really hard, studying really hard. Whatever it is that you're doing it hard, okay? You also have serendipity coming through. I'm seeing here a chance meeting, running into someone unexpectedly and being like, oh my gosh, it's so weird seeing you here, and just having a conversation like that. That's something that I'm seeing. The number 18 may be important for you. Also, luck in general is just on your side. So if there's anything you're doing this week where you would say to someone, wish me luck, I feel like you will be successful. Like if you're going to take your driving exam, for example, and you're like, wish me luck, you'll probably get your license. If you're taking an interview up this week, wish me luck. I'm sure you're going to get the interview. Or you're going to ace the interview, you're going to ace the test. It just feels to me like luck is on your side, and it's not just luck. Like you've literally been working really hard, so I mean, it's bound to happen. Next, we have breathe. Take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old patterns. So make sure that you're making time to just breathe and relax. When you have a super productive week like this, you need to have like really good quality relaxing time. And by quality relaxing time, I'm not talking like just sitting in front of a screen and decompressing through like a TV show, a video game, social media. I'm talking like literally having no stimulus. Like especially if you're working a lot with your mind. Decompressing is not watching a TV show, putting yourself in front of a screen. Your mind is an organ like everything else. So for example, if you went off on like a weekend bender, drinking alcohol all the time, that's putting your liver through a lot, right? So you're not going to then do other things that will put your liver in overdrive to relax your liver. It doesn't make any sense. So if you're using your brain a lot this week, watching social media, TV shows, that your brain is still doing a lot. It's still processing what's going on. The break that you need in that situation is literally just silence, sleep, maybe going out into nature, doing something where your brain doesn't have to work so hard. Meditation, honestly, like not thinking, giving yourself time to not think. Yoga, putting yourself into your body, it's all going to be really good. Or even if you're physically working a lot, doing a lot of physical work, not doing anything at all is the best thing you could do to rest, straight up. Like you can get massages, you can go swimming, whatever, but not doing anything is the best way to rest. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get 9 tarot cards, 3 rows of 3 for you. First card out is 4 of Cups. This came out for literally like every single water sign, I'm pretty sure, which is not surprising. All of the elemental signs seem to be similar week after week. We're seeing here just like general discontent with where you're at in life. You've been feeling quite discontent with like your job, your circumstances, whatever, and I just feel like you're looking to make a change heading into this week, which is why you may be working so hard. You want your circumstances to change. Second card out for you is the 8 of Wands. Look at that. This is honestly, I view the 8 of Wands as one of the most positive cards in the tarot because it's incoming success, swiftness, swift movement forward, and it's already on its way. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Good stuff is already headed in your direction. Also, this is like just beautiful events unfolding. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have a lot of people reaching out to you this week, lots of friends talking to you, wanting a part of your time, social activities. You see a lot of results at the gym, in your job, in your goals. You have a lot of offers, a lot of opportunities. I'm seeing here someone's calling you back about something. So I don't know what this is. Maybe you applied to a job, you submitted some type of form, some type of request, and this week they're getting back to you, or something's being sent to you in the mail. So definitely make sure you're checking your email, your inbox, your voicemail, your mailbox very regularly, okay? Check it very regularly because I feel like there is great news coming in through one of those means, and also just forward movement in your life in general with that card. Third card out for you is the Nine of Pentacles in reversed, material gain. Okay, yeah. To me, this just feels like there's not going to be a lot of spare time this week to really focus on your little hobbies that you enjoy. It happens like that. Sometimes we just have weeks like that where, you know, all you can think about is wanting to go finish that show you've been watching, or read that book you've been reading, or play that video game you've been playing. And it's just like, it doesn't seem to be like there's that much time left over after all your responsibilities and everything going on in your life to indulge in those things as much as you want this week. But honestly, that's fine because what's keeping you busy is a lot of exciting changes anyways. Life is happening right here, right now. And while I love the artistic form of TV shows and theater and books and video games, they're really great, don't get me wrong, but they kind of take us a bit away from our lives. So it just, to me, feels like life is really strong for you. You're living life to the fullest this week, really engaged in your life. So you simply just may not have enough time to do one of those kind of like distracting things, I guess you could say. So it's not a bad thing at all. It's just like your real life is really loud and in your face right now. So you might not have that extra time to indulge in those little hobbies that are like, not hobbies, it feels more like media that you've been consuming, that you've really been into, like if you've been obsessively watching a show or something. Yeah, anyways, moving on. Second row, fourth card out, we have Strength in reverse. Again, this came out for like just about every water sign. To me, it feels like there's something here that you're ignoring. Strength in reverse, there's something here that needs to be addressed, an issue that needs to be addressed within yourself or within something that you're a part of. And in reversed, it's like you're either procrastinating it or using your busyness as an excuse to not really focus on it. I would definitely say look at the shadow attributes this week. You know, if a project isn't taking off as you want it to, really look and see why that is. How can I improve my work? What am I doing wrong? That would be the strength card. You know, it takes more strength to say, what am I doing wrong? What do I need to improve? As opposed to just admitting like, I'm so great, I'm so strong, look at my muscles. Truth strength is actually saying, where am I weak? Where am I weak at, and how can I improve upon that? So beautiful energy if you take that lesson into consideration. Center of your spread, center of your week is Justice in reverse. I don't like this card. I don't like it, guys. Okay, so if, excuse me. If you're involved in a legal situation, I feel like something might have been done incorrectly. Okay, maybe you didn't sign a certain paperwork, or there was just, you were misrepresented, it feels like, or something of that nature. So pay attention to all the little nitty-gritty details this week when it comes to like you applying for something, you trying to get something, you trying to, like, I don't know, anything involving paperwork. Just make sure everything's signed, all of your I's are dotted, T's are crossed, everything, like you're doing everything correctly. Justice in reverse also tells me that someone in your life may have gotten away with not treating you fairly or not doing things the right way. And to me, it just feels like you don't want to deal with it. Like, you just don't want to point it out. Don't sweep anything under the rug, okay? Biggest lesson this week, Pisces. Don't sweep anything under the rug. make sure everything is being addressed individually. It's gonna feel like it's taking so much time. Like, you don't want to linger on this subject for very long. And I feel like because of that, you may accept less than what you deserve. And Spirit's saying, we know it's annoying, but like, really take the time to talk about every single little thing to make sure that everything is fair here. Like, don't sweep an issue under the rug. Also, I'm seeing here, like, if something is falsely charged to your bank account, for example, and it's not like it's a lot of money, it's just like, whatever, I'll just eat the charge. Like, no, dispute that transaction. You didn't buy that thing. It could lead into a whole other mess. Like, just dispute the transaction. Look into it. I know it's frustrating. I know it's annoying, but like, serve justice. Like, I'm seeing something tedious like that. It's like you want to sweep something under the rug. You want to say, whatever, let's just forget about it right now. But it'll come back anyway. So it's like, just deal with it right now is what I'm seeing. 6th card out for you is the Queen of Wands. Don't procrastinate either. That's another thing. I see you taking charge of your life really well this week. The message here is to be a good manager of your own time, a good manager of your own goals here. And Queen of Wands, I feel like you're a very warm, charismatic person. You're very generous. You're very giving, which is why sometimes you may like let people get away with things. So if you are a manager, a leader of some sort, for example, like say that you run like a construction team or something. I don't know, like you're a painter and you have people working underneath you. Say those people take kind of the lazy way out of doing something. They do it the incorrect way. And it like gets the job done, but it's not done with a high level of integrity that you want. If you're having like a tiring day, you may not want to sit here and lecture them and explain to them like you have to take this proper order of steps, but you have to do that. I feel like it will make your life easier in the long run if you do that now, as opposed to like postponing this conversation. It's so important to like just establish that authority early on. Like, no, we're doing things the right way. And I'm not someone to be messed around with, especially if this is a new situation. Like if you're in a new leadership position, a new relationship, a new job, you may be tired because getting into a new position in life is really draining. It's like out of your comfort zone. It takes a lot of energy out of you to be doing something new. But it's like during that time may be the time where you are most wanting to just like let little problems be swept under the rug because you don't have energy. But it's like if you establish this right way of doing things now, it won't haunt you later, okay? Straight up. Like if you're learning a new skill, learn the proper technique and formation now so it doesn't become a bad habit. And if you're starting a new relationship, like don't just sweep some behaviors of theirs that you're not okay with under the rug to be dealt with later, because then they'll be saying like, oh, well, I've always done this and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like don't sweep anything under the rug. Be the good leader that you are. I feel you are really in a strong leadership position this week. Lots of people relying on you and your guidance. So just make sure that you're not afraid to healthily criticize others and explain to them how things should be done. Just make sure everything's organized, everything is being done the correct way. I don't know how else to put it. Final row out for you, 7th card, we have the Hermit in reversed. Okay, so there is a slight feeling of just being alone, being a little lonely, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, feeling like it feels like I'm the only one here who knows what they're doing and it's getting annoying. Like, to me, honestly, it feels like you need to improve the quality of people in your life and in your environment. Like, say, for example, you're at a job and you're like the best person at that job and everyone else around you is a bunch of idiots, and it's just like, it's tiring, it's draining to sit here and explain to them and manage them and like everything. It's like that quote, I believe it's an Abraham Lincoln quote, I'm not sure. It says, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're not in the right room. Okay, if you're feeling like you have to do and explain everything for everyone, you need to be surrounding yourself with better people who actually like, you want to be around people who you want to impress, who you're like, I have to work harder so I impress them. You don't want to be surrounded by people where it's like, I have to literally do everything for them, explain everything to them. You're not in the right environment if that's the case. And I'm seeing that with the Hermit in reverse. You feel kind of alone. It's lonely at the top. That message is coming through strongly for you. It's lonely at the top. You don't have to be at the top, okay? Even if you're the best at what you can do, there is so much more in life that you have never done, you know? And it's interesting because on Netflix, there is this Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary. I just butchered his name, I'm so sorry. And he was explaining, you know, he was the best at bodybuilding and he won all these championships, one after another. And then he just got bored of it, you know, because he's like bored at being the best at what he does. So he went on to do acting, which he was totally new at. So I don't know. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like you're the best at what you do, but it's like, yeah, but it's time for new growth. 8th card out for you is death, leaving something behind. I'm seeing a lot of people transitioning their careers at this time. It seems to be like you've mastered something, you've mastered a skill, you're just ready to master something new. Also here, I'm seeing that you're leaving a bunch of mess in the past, like just getting tedious stuff that you don't want to focus on out of the way this week, so it's just out of your hair. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of week. I don't know how else to put it. Also, anything or anyone in your life who just, you know, made you work so much harder than them and didn't give you a fair and equal treatment back to you, you're done with. You're just like, bye-bye, I'm done. You know, I worked so hard. I gave you all of my time, all of my energy, all of my attention. I don't care anymore. Bye-bye. All right, you know, it's that type of energy. It's like, I'm not sticking around in these places that don't treat me fairly. I'm not sticking around in these environments where I'm the smartest person in the room and, you know, I'm out here giving all of my energy into everyone and everything around me, and they don't even have the capacity to give it back. That's the thing. It's not that they wouldn't give it back. They don't have the capacity to give it back. Like, for example, if you were in a toxic relationship, it's not that this person wouldn't give all the love that you so generously give. It's that they don't know how. They aren't emotionally intelligent enough. And it's like, you need to be like just looking for better people. I don't know what else to tell you. Putting yourself in better environments. So you're saying bye-bye to people who just didn't give you an equal give and take. Final card out is the 7 of Cups in reversed. What do I do now? I know that I want to do something else. I know that I want to take on a new challenge. 7 of Cups. Look at all the options that are in front of you. Very Piscean energy as well. Strong in your energy. What should I do now? I don't know. There could be some confusion this week because it's like, where do I go from here? I would definitely say first focus on getting rid of anything that isn't working. Clear things out of your life, okay? People, situations. It might leave you feeling a little bit lonely, but from that loneliness or that feeling of lack, nature abhors vacuum, okay? From that feeling of lack, you will be guided naturally to take on more challenges, relationships, whatever, to fill that gap, and you'll be more motivated to do that, more motivated to go outside of your comfort zone and surround yourself in new environments with new people that are much more challenging in a good way, like will challenge the best out of you. So it's kind of saying here, like, say goodbye to the idea of sticking around these people and environments, or like get rid of things, which is so interesting because usually I give the exact opposite advice. I usually say, like, if you're going to change something like your diet, you want to add to it before you subtract from it. Like, so before you stop eating junk food and cookies, make sure you go shopping for fruits and vegetables. But for some weird reason, this reading for you is saying subtract first because it will give you the motivation to do something out of your comfort zone that's better for you anyway. So stop eating the sugar or the cookies, or stop putting up with these people. I don't know, whatever your situation is, stop doing the thing that's toxic. And then from that lack, you're going to feel like something's missing, like you have this craving for more. And that will be the motivation for you to go outside of your comfort zone and take on this new challenge, which is going to be so much better suited for you. That was kind of a confusing reading. I hope you understand it in your own way, your own life. I mean, I don't have any major Pisces placements, so to me, this didn't make any sense, but it's not my reading, so hopefully for you, this made sense. I don't know, I'm seeing so much luck when it comes to putting yourself in a better place in life, so it's a good week. It is a good week. Just breathe, relax, and allow these changes to happen. I love you guys, okay? Like this video, comment how it resonated down below. I'd love to hear that. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus to get the fullest overview of the week ahead for you. Bye-bye.